Walt Disney Imagineering seems to be struggling as of late with the product quality that they are putting out. What's more, it seems that AI art might have been used in several places in the new Haunted Mansion carriage house, otherwise known as Madame Leota's Emporium, or who cares because the sign is so tiny. Let's talk about the fact that they seem to be reacting to social media by trying to hide their AI exploits at Disneyland here on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is the advanced AI model, Mr. VashSky. Vash, delete the last input and let me know what are the 5 best stories here on That Park Place.
Well, I can't tell you the 5 best stories, but I can tell you one, and that is the fact that something has changed or been altered at this this beloved by fans carriage house.
Something has changed within Disneyland. Something is not the same. They're tired of playing by the rules of someone else's game. They're through respecting artists. Disneyland's creative crisis continues. Company scrambles to fix Haunted Mansion AI art blunders after fan backlash. Look at that right there. Those are 3 hitchhiking ghosts, and little did they know how popular those guys would be, and they're going to be popular. To make another Wicked reference here, in a surprising but telling move, Disney has quietly removed the AI-generated ghostly bride artwork from Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond Haunted Mansion gift shop at Disneyland. A Haunted Mansion AI art, which was traced back to Redbubble and revealed to have glaring artificial flaws, sparked outrage among fans and even some of Disney's typically forgiving defenders. This was one of my favorites right here. I wonder whose Prime account they used to get free shipping. Yes, that is a bust that you can get off Amazon. I wonder if they got a wholesale rate, but here they are. They also bought an AI print from Redbubble. This lady right here, well, I'm assuming it's a lady. Maybe that's not appropriate in this modern age. Here we go. This from Skipper Haas, Winter Solstice Edition. Hey, Disney, what is that for? You just stopped caring about art integrity. The building is a prefab and the art inside is fake. I know a few pieces were beautifully made, but filling in the gaps with trash. This is the Ghostly Bride magnet there for $5.75. I don't think it's the magnet here, but yeah, they are saying it's AI. If you notice right here, you can kind of make this out. Let's go to the actual tweet here. If you look very close, you notice this staircase has 2 rails, one right next to each other, not on the other side of the staircase here. Also, this staircase appears to stop and kind of go to nowhere. It is a staircase that goes to nowhere. Also, it's hard to tell whether or not this bride is facing the people or facing away from the people, but maybe that's part of the cadaverance pallor, pallorus cadaverance. What is the phrase, Vash?
The cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding.
It does seem to portray an aura of foreboding for the Walt Disney Company, that they can't get this right. But anyways, let's go back to the article here. Eagle-eyed fans quickly traced the piece to Redbubble, where it sold under the title The Ghostly Bride. More alarmingly, the artwork bore unmistakable hallmarks of being generated by artificial intelligence. This include distorted staircases, inconsistent candelabras, and nonsensical details, that broke the illusion of craftsmanship. And that's what AI doesn't have when it came down to it. But look at this tweet from Caitlin at WED Enterprise. What a peach of a handle she's got there. Rest in peace, not long and will not be forgotten. I think that's a great sentiment right there. Vash, it's gone. It's right behind the Haunted Mansion candelabra that I'm assuming if they figured out who sold that, they would sue them into oblivion right here. But perhaps she just faded into the mansion and became ghost number 797 there. Vash, how quickly is this that this turned around, that the social media backlash said, hey, we see what you're doing there, and now it's gone?
Yeah, this is very, very quick. This is very, very fast. I believe a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, where this was discovered. The backlash came swift and furious, and now it's actually gone. And right around the time that annual pass holders have been able to see this shop for the very first time, which I think is always very interesting. This shop right here opened while all pass holders at every single level at Disneyland Resort were actually blacked out. So even then, People were going in there and saying, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right, so forth. This was an embarrassing moment for all of Imagineering that this would actually take place. Now, look, people have their reservations about this whole carriage house debacle right here, whether it be the prefab nature of the exterior, the very plain Jane and out of scale kind of features of this architecture for this building right here. You can see that right there. It's alarming, but people have all kinds of issues. But this AI art in particular was, I think, most egregious, not just for fans, but I think for the company and for Imagineering as a whole, because it sits right next to, as Marvin beautifully points out in his pieces covering all this, one of the most art-filled attractions that you'll ever see. I mean, literally, there's just art hanging on all of the walls, and it's imbued into the wallpaper and so forth, really from these artisans,
right? Well,
that used to embody
point on any number of things, because this company right now is so quick to say anything on the cutting room floor for an attraction, they're going to put it into. In fact, not to bring Star Wars into it, but it seems like a lot of the production design from current Star Wars is things that people were aware of that didn't make it into the original Star Wars. They want those fan deep cuts. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that here. Put one piece of concept art up on that wall, and you would have a Disney piece of trivia that all of the people on social media would point to over and over again and say, hey, that right there? Hey, over here, they used to put a live actor in there, by the way. I haven't quite seen proof of that. Or is it Raleigh Crumps? Was it the Wax Man that they finally put into the Haunted Mansion?
Yes, I think they have a little wax man figure in there, I believe in the attic scene, if I'm not mistaken. But no, there used to be a live night actually in the 1980s, Jonas, back in the day that would scare people. And no video footage has ever come out. There's been like one promotional image I think somebody has, but apparently the violence that would be done to the night is why that was eventually removed right there. But there's all kinds of lore and backstory there, definitely for the Hatbox Ghost, that is for sure. And there are custom pieces in there. I believe the portrait of Leota Toombs, who is the actual face of Madame Leota, is up there on the rafter walls there. So it's not like this was completely bereft of artwork commissioned by WDI whatsoever. There were pieces, just not enough of them, I guess.
Yeah. And for those of you, because we covered this on That Park Place, the website, but we didn't cover it on That Park Place, the video channel that you are watching right now. Just one more to throw in here. At Disney Scoop Guy, preserving this video of the new Haunted Mansion fountain while it's still working. We're not going to go over to Twitter for that, but as you can see, Alexandria the Red has right here where you can purchase your own French dolphin wall fountain here. There seems to be a lot of this. Also, a silly little joke in that queue that it is a fountain that is running and is shaped like a nose on a face. Look at this. This was the stuff that they used to put in that was completely original. And I actually did not like them going through and doing the new queue at the Haunted Mansion. But they did a great job at it for Walt Disney World. I like all of these busts that they added in, even though I was originally against the expansion of that queue. I would rather the queue move faster. I get it. But at least no one could say that they cut corners on that Walt Disney World queue.
I agree with that. These were the scene ones that WDI were implementing throughout the parks. And for this project in particular that you're seeing on screen, this Haunted Mansion version of it, Walt Disney World's version of this attraction, I believe Joshua Harris quoted me as saying that this was anywhere between $20 to $40 million. So yeah, they didn't skimp out on costs by any means. Here's the problem here, Jonas. While we have, one step forward, we're two steps back here. I just want to go ahead and end on this note. Apparently, the crystal ball interactive decoration in the actual store itself should have like this kind of a crystal ball effect, if you will. Well, apparently it's stopped working intermittently. Now, apparently, by last check, it was on again. But again, this is something we'll have to keep an eye on as well.
Oh, no.
Apparently, even the effects featured in this store, well, they're inconsistent, which, is pretty representative of modern WDI.
Yep. It's a shame. I know that there were a lot of problems when Disneyland first opened, and that is the closest I'm going to get to defending modern Imagineering. You're not putting down pavement, guys. You're not putting down things for people to walk on. You're putting out decorations that you should be able to test for long periods of time behind the scenes before you put them in front of people, before you put them on stage. With that being said, we want to throw this out to our commenters. Do you think Disney is running scared, or is this just something where one of the interns put something up and then the managers got wind of it and they took it down? Or did they say they're sorry just because they got caught? I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Hit the like button if you want to do that. And of course, consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.